Addressing a press conference after the budget presentation, former Finance Minister Dr. Amin Adam clarified that the previous government did not implement the withholding tax on betting despite its introduction. Now that has started a big and huge outrage in the country. But let's engage our lead research and data analyst here, Kofi Agyei, in the studio. Kofi, I know that you've been fact-checking this. What really did the immediate past finance minister mean to say? Or what was he hoping not to say?
I think the whole confusion has been around what is called the betting tax, right? And yesterday, categorically, after the budget reading, the former finance minister, Dr. Amin Adam, said that they never collected, he used the word betting tax. But later on, we got some clarification from Dr. Gideon Boako and some others. He himself also put on his Facebook word that he meant the lottery aspect. Now, let's break this down. There is a whole component called the gaming and betting tax. It's a big, bracket that has a number of taxes for the betting industry, which raked in almost 500 million Ghana cedis in 2024. So this is the big industry that fetches the country a lot of money. And the revenue from the betting industry doesn't only come from the withholding taxes. You have other taxes in there. Remember, in the 2023 budgets, the intention of the NPP administration was to introduce what they call the phase one of the gaming and betting, tax. The phase one, it was called the, gross gaming revenue, which was supposed to be for the industry, the betting companies themselves. They were supposed to pay that as corporate income to the government. Okay. And you had the phase two. Phase one started in May 2023. And phase two was actually commenced in August 2024, which is the betting tax, the withholding on betting winnings, sport
I guess bets. 2024 or 2023?
2023, that was when it started.
2023.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Withholding on sports, betting, sports on betting. If you win anything on sports, we're supposed to withhold or pay some 10% on your withholdings. That is the law that the current administration want to scrap, except maybe they want to explain more and say that we are scrapping the whole betting tax. If you say betting tax, it's very vague. If you are supposed to possibly say withholding on the winnings or withholdings from the company or the gross gaming revenues that the companies pay to government.
He was quite specific yesterday. He said on withholding tax.
Exactly.
But withholding is also not exclusive to the bettor, but also to company as well.
So it will be interesting. You have to add winnings. If you add winnings, you qualify what you mean. But what we understand is that what the NDC want to scrap, or the current government wants to scrap, is the withholding on the winnings, with the 10% that if you win 100 cedis, you are supposed to pay, let's say, 10%, which is about 10 cedis to government as taxes. Per our checks, the finance minister said that they never collected the betting tax, right? They never collected it. But when we check, this is misleading because, he has actually come to clarify, but what he said yesterday was misleading. Okay. In fact, if you look at the 2024 revenue that, the Ghana Revenue Authority collected for the betting, tax, the withholdings, from winnings.
On winnings.
Exactly, yeah. Winnings. That's about 148 million Ghana cedis. So you cannot say that you didn't collect betting tax. In 2023, actually, it was collected from August. Government got some 51.3 million Ghana cedis. And so it will be misleading for anybody to say that betting tax was never collected. In fact, the whole betting industry rigged in some almost 500 million Ghana cedis as taxes to government. And so the only clarity or the only outstanding in terms of the phases, the phase 3, which was supposed to bring on board the lotto operators, right? That was what government found it difficult. According to them, if they were able to bring all the, 1,200 lotto operators, they could rake in some, when we did the math, it was around 1.7 billion Ghana cedis. But they could not bring that because NLA had a concern. And their concern was that, look, there are two sides of the coin. It is the private side and we, the public side, which is the NLA. You find it difficult to regulate the private guys. If you are saying that you are imposing a 10% on winnings or those who win lotto, it means that you are indirectly going to collapse NLA.
All right.
Because you find it difficult to tackle or to actually license the private guys or bring them into the bracket.
Yeah.
And so if that was what NLA, the concerns they raised, and government said that, okay, let's hold on to that phase 3 of the gaming and betting tax. So the whole confusion has been settled. That there's a whole tax called gaming and betting tax, but under it, you have different tax components. You have the gross gaming revenue, which is taxed to the companies, the betting companies. You have withholdings that the companies paid. In there, you even have pay as you earn. The people that the companies employ, they also have to pay taxes.
Okay.
Withholdings that the companies pay. And then the controversial one, which is the withholdings
on the winnings
that the government has actually
I
struck.
suspect that following the presentation yesterday, I probably think some Kofi somewhere hoping to bet and then when the winnings coming as of today, they're hoping that they will not be deducted.
Unfortunately, they will not see it today.
Okay.
The finance minister promised that they will be laying the bill, and in fact, they want that gone. We are hoping that after the appropriation is passed, definitely maybe if you win some 100 cities, you'll be able to keep all your 100 cities or 1,000 cities if you are very lucky.
Kofi, you're a champion. Thank you so much.